Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Christina Cardin. I own Clutter Rescue 911. I'm a professional home organizer in Tampa, Florida. This is an episode of What Would I Do? In my private group on Facebook, I allow my members to show me pictures or videos of an area that they are having trouble with, and I give tips just as if it was my space and what I would do. So for this episode, this actual request was about a very small bathroom. It came from a woman in the group that says she has a very tiny bathroom but likes to do her makeup and everything in there every morning. So she needs some help. Right now, everything is on the counter and she needs some ideas on how to fix that. You may also have a very small bathroom, so some of these tips might work out really well for you too. Let me get started. So this is, the bathroom, I'm assuming this is going to be the left side. So this little container here is where she puts her makeup. Then she has her brushes. Of course, this looks like a container of cotton balls. So my first suggestion is to purge some of these. As an organizer, when we have way too many of one item, it's time to let go. You'll need to pick the ones that do specific things. Sometimes we pick a brush thinking that we need it for something and to figure out, do I really need a separate brush for that, or can I just make that happen with one I use for something else? So think of that. Maybe also think of the age of the brush if it's very old. But from the photo, it looks like you have multiples of the same kind. So I would certainly pare down with that. So from the sink, then it looks like we move, here's the sink, and we move to the toilet, and there's just this small vanity area right here. Now, I can see the shower curtain, so this is telling me that this is a very, very long, probably a mirror that goes across the whole width of that wall. I have some ideas. If this were my space, I would remove all of these items first. Something that you can do is, because you only have a mirror and you don't have any extra space, we're going to have to pretend this extra space here is as it was be a wall. So some of the ideas would be, don't know if you can see this very well. This is a plastic shelf that goes on like the shower, but it has suction. These are great for putting on the mirror. Also, here's one little fancier if you want to go. There's tons of them. Go online. You will be amazed at how many different kind you can do. Maybe 2 or 3 right on top of each other, like kind of long, like the first one I showed you. Or you could do different sizes and kind of scatter them. It all depends on what you like and then what kind of products that you want to put in there. But ultimately, they suction right to the mirror. So this allows us to have shelving space there, even though technically it is not a wall. If this were my space, this is in fact an option. It's just not what I would choose. So if you go with that, fantastic. But what I would do, because you do like to do your makeup here every morning, clear this out. I would definitely get one of these mirrors, but a taller one, so that you're not scrunched over trying to do, close-ups. So get one that's taller, or choose one of these mirrors that also have suctions that go right to the main mirror, and then you can move it in and out. Put it right at the height that you need it, and you can move it in and out. That's probably what I would choose. And then I would also choose some of these makeup caddies. Okay, you can see the little drawers. They come in all different shapes and sizes. Pick and choose what you like. Pick and choose what goes with what you have the most of. But I would put that here. So you would have all of your makeup in a little caddy right there for you to be able to just sit on the back of the toilet right up against the mirror as if it was like a mini vanity. And then The tissues, I suppose, could stay. I do see some air freshener. That doesn't need to be there. It could go on the floor, behind the toilet, beside the toilet. This little thing just looks like a container, possibly of seashells, I think. I know they're cute, but they don't fit. They're not functional in this little tiny space, so I would get rid of those. Hand soap clearly needs to go by the sink. And then these items here, I know you want a drinking cup and one to hold your toothbrush and stuff. They could stay there by the sink. But I would choose to make that almost like a little makeup vanity. Now I don't have a picture of the opposite side. I'm assuming the door opens. There's probably floor to ceiling, just a small wall, and then it's the shower. I would assume, again, that there's probably a towel rack about 4 feet. So if there's a towel rack, here's some ideas. Again, we're going to need to use every inch of space. So storage space on that empty wall. This is really nice. This is, you got to think outside the box. But this is a wooden organizer. It has little tiny organizational slats there. And you just put whatever you want in there. You can do this. You can, choose some cute little things. Put your Q-tips, your cotton balls, that kind of stuff in there. There was a picture of under the sink, which I'll show you in a minute. But that also, you can put some of your lotions or, different items in there. Again, that's something. You could also choose to go with baskets on the wall. I have one of my bathrooms is very small. It's like a pedestal sink, so there's absolutely zero storage in there. Drives me nuts. And I don't even have, it just came with a mirror on the wall, and I don't even have the extra space of a medicine cabinet. So I actually have baskets like this on the wall. First thing, don't choose flexible baskets. They've got to be stiff and sturdy. The ones that I chose were wooden. Choose whatever you want. It could be the same size, different size. You could do them large to small like this. The way I have mine, one is this way, one is this way, and then one is this way. And they're just kind of artsy more. So that is an option there. Being that you have small items, you have extra makeup under the sink, and you're trying to get some things off of the counter, I would not hang them in this direction. I would actually hang them the way a basket normally would go. You could just put 2 long screws, so the basket doesn't swivel, and then use that as a catch-all. Well, let me show you under the sink. This is the picture under the sink. All I can get, this basket has hair products in it, so the blow dryer, curling iron, that kind of stuff. If you did choose to do something like this, you certainly could, because it would be hidden and you wouldn't notice. You could put your hair products in there, just kind of reach in, get what you need, drop it in. Nobody would know it's there. On the front of the basket, you could glue a seashell or something pretty to kind of decorate it. Nobody would have to know what's inside of there. This caddy here, she did show me an inside photo. Looks like some cotton balls, some makeup pads. Looks like maybe a few face products. That looks like a sunscreen. Yeah, it's what I can get out of that. So again, if you choose to put the baskets on the wall, that could free you up some space there by putting those in there. And then you could put your makeup under the sink and get it off the shelf. So those are some ideas to kind of get things moving. Now, let's say this was actually my bathroom. What I would do, get something similar. Doesn't have to be exact, of course. Something similar to this. This is like a medicine cabinet, but again, think outside the box. You get any kind of cabinet that you want. You also have a huge mirror, so you do not need one with mirrors, but that's again up to you. And you could hang this on that free wall above the, assuming there's a towel rack, above the towel rack. And this would also give you some free space there. You could put your makeup in containers and put it inside there as well. Or again, some of the extras from under the sink and switch the room around. If you do not have a towel rack, or you have a little bit of space behind the door, this is an amazing idea. And this is thinking outside the box. This one hangs on the door, but you don't have to. You could definitely attach it. This is a long jewelry hanger container. I know you've seen them. Usually have the mirror on the front. They open up, but I'm thinking outside here. So what I would do here, this is a very useful thing. Now, it won't fit lotions, extra toilet paper, things like that. But for makeup, these can be awesome. I'll tell you why. Usually this is Velcro in the back, or I'm sorry, velvet. So you could Velcro, put pieces of Velcro, hot glue them all throughout here, and put Velcro, little tabs. Doesn't need to be a lot. Little tab of hot glued Velcro to the back of your different makeup, your eye palettes and your blush, and they'll stick right on. Shut the door. Looks gorgeous. Nobody even has to know. You open it up and all your makeup is in there. You can also either create or buy really narrow cups. Also Velcro them to the space, and that's where you could put your brushes. Another couple ideas is that you can actually attach a rubber band, draw a rubber band straight across, and slide your brushes behind it. But depending on what comes in this, the one that you purchase, there's a million ideas of what you could do there, and I want to show you. This essentially would be the idea if you were to use Velcro. Now, let's say you don't want to use Velcro. You can also hot glue magnets, little, circle dotted magnets. The items that don't weigh much, you actually don't even need to use the circle magnets. But let's say you wanted to, you could get those at the craft store, but they have magnetic strips that you can cut and stick a little piece of magnet on the back. Of course, you'd have to decide the weight versus what size magnet, and put a bunch of magnets inside there. If you did choose to go with something smaller like this, same idea. You can still put magnets against glue magnets against the back of the wall. You can open the doors, put magnets on the doors. If you use a magnetic strip, you can strip bobby pins, tweezers, things like that in there as well. But it essentially comes out like this. It's awesome. You will not, if you decide you do not want to put the makeup caddy and make that little vanity station there, choose to think of something like this, and you can put all of your makeup inside. You just open the door in the morning, you reach out, grab what you want. As you're done, you stick it back on, you shut the door. It's gorgeous. Nobody knows it's in there. It's perfect. So that was a lot of ideas of different things that you can do. So you can choose to make that a vanity area. You can choose to put some a suction mirror or some suction shelving there. If you want to do something like that, if you're not happy with that idea, you can certainly go with baskets or other types of shelving containers to put on the back of the wall. I actually decided, I don't know if you know, but it looks like it's a little wooden container, and it has like 4 different slots, and it has a handle. And I think I got it at Michael's. And it's like the old fashioned where you put like the little bottles of milk in it or whatever. Well, I kind of scuffed it up, painted it to go with my bathroom, and then I drilled that to the wall, and then I put cups in there for the toothbrushes and all that stuff. And it's actually sitting behind the toilet next to the sink, same place. You cannot actually drill into your mirror, but if you thought of something that would sit there, you could essentially put your toothbrushes and things like that in there, even your makeup brushes, or the roll of depending on how big it is, your tissues in there, and have them all lined up, and then choose to put something on that wall behind you for all of your makeup, or your if you use baskets for your hair products or your extra products. So lots of ideas. She also asked me about makeup on the go, putting them in your car. You do have to be careful with that. I personally never put lipstick in my car. Let's back up. I did see a picture that you had about 9 or 10 little makeup bags. We do not need that many. First of all, you typically don't really ever need a large makeup bag, especially someone like you or myself, where we do most of our makeup at home. My makeup is actually in a vanity in my room. I do my makeup not every morning. Some mornings I just don't have time. So I have a small makeup bag. Whatever it is I didn't finish, I grab those products, throw it in, and I do the rest in my car. What stays permanently in my car are 3 things. Always, I have 2 or 3 tinted lip gloss, just quick, you know, if you need a little color, a mascara, because my lashes are always like one of the last things that I do. So typically that would be what I run out of time to do at home. So I just left one in my car. The difference is though, however, because I live in Florida and the car gets very hot, the mascara does not last very long. It kind of dries up a little bit. So something to think about as far as weather is concerned. It doesn't actually bother me. I still leave it in there. And then I also have a pair of tweezers in there because doing your eyebrows in the car is like, it just doesn't get any better. The lighting is perfect. I really, really don't like doing my eyebrows. I do my own. I don't like to do them at home because I feel like I just cannot ever see really well. So I love doing them. And I'm not going to lie, if my husband's driving or I'm driving and I'm at a light, there's no reason you will not find me plucking at my face. So that is just me. But those are the 3 items I typically leave there. I also have a mini brush because you don't need a full hairbrush in there. But if you're on the go, just a small makeup bag to kind of throw in what you didn't finish that day. And when you get home, take the makeup bag back into your house. I feel like if you were going to permanently leave a full bag of makeup in your car, then I suppose you could eliminate having any makeup in the bathroom at all. Most women are not doing their entire face every day in the car. So something to think about is that you really only need to take what you didn't finish that day. Because ultimately the goal is to actually finish your makeup at home. So I would certainly purge or wash and donate the extra makeup bags that you don't need. Those are my tips. That's really all I can think of, being that I can only see half of your bathroom. I'm very, very happy that you have submitted your clutter problem and allowed me to help you with it. I hope you've come up with some ideas of your own. I hope this really gets you thinking, and I would love to know what it is that you decided to go with. For anyone else that's watching the video, if you would like to submit a cluttered area, any area in your home that you would also like a few tips on, you could just come to my Facebook page at Clutter Rescue 911. And you could submit it there. You can also catch me on clutterrescue911.com. Or if you go to Facebook page, if you're a woman, because this is a private group only for women, my group is called Clutter Rehab, Just Say No More. And you can enter, become a member, and you can find more organizing crap than you can ever imagine. Would love to have you. This is kind of new for me to start trying to make videos, so I would really, really appreciate the support. So please like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Share would be wonderful, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks, and have a great day.